So yeah, remember that one video where I said I was gonna tase myself if it got to 10,000 likes? If this video gets 10,000 likes, I will tase myself with this in one of my setup wars videos. Well, turns out that this is actually not a taser, just by reading the billions of comments you guys left me, which by the way, thank you because you saved my life. This isn't actually a taser. Turns out it's a plasma lighter. Yeah, I don't want to burn myself to death. So, you guys know me. I'm always a man of my word. So if this was a taser, I was ready to tase myself. But yeah, I don't want to die. I don't want to get 10th degree burns. So I will do a different challenge, of course, because I owe you guys. So come up with a challenge, a reasonable challenge, please. Like, leave a reasonable challenge down below, and I'll pick the top comment, and I will do it in a Setup Wars episode. So yeah, just to prove to you guys that this is an actual lighter, like here. Oh shit! I seriously almost burned myself. Like, I felt the heat on my thumb and I almost burned the damn carpet. Luckily I had a bowl of water and I dipped it in there, but it smells like something's burnt in here now. Ugh. What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource and welcome to Setup Wars episode 57. Alright, so obviously the smoke got to me because it's episode 58, where you submit your desk setup to get featured on the channel. So if you guys want to participate, make sure to watch the video linked below. Without wasting any more time, let the Setup Wars begin. Never pay full price for games ever again, guys. G2A offers the cheapest CD keys you can find anywhere. Check them out by clicking on the link below. As always, you guys can find the gear to everyone's setup linked down below, along with anything I recommend. But here are your 5 contestants for this week. We have Eli, Felix, Gregory, Jonathan, and Josh. Congratulations for making it on the show. So starting off the show, we have Eli and 3 23-inch HP Pavillion monitors on top of the Ikea Linnmon desk. A fairly clean and straightforward setup. On the desk we have the Logitech K360 keyboard and mouse bundle on top of the KupX Mousepad, and we also have a pair of Logitech Z313 speakers off to the sides. The PC that's somehow pushing all of these pixels is running on an FX 4300 and a GeForce GT 720. Seriously, how the hell do you have a triple monitor setup with those specs? Surprisingly, cable management is on point. We have the usual Signum rack holding up the cable. Wait a minute. You didn't leave a like on my video?
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Other than that, we have a handmade clock above the middle monitor, a random light meter, and a pile of shit right on the wall. Seriously though, what's the purpose of this and why is it on your drawer? Okay then, a fairly clean and pretty interesting setup. Thank you Eli for entering. Felix is next up with a setup on top of the Piranha Corner desk. We have a ProLite 22-inch monitor sitting on top of a 34-inch ultra-wide from LG, which looks like they are hooked up to the wall. Well, the top monitor is, but the ultra-wide is being held up by the Silverstone monitor arm, which is actually off to the side. By the way, a quick tip, if you guys want to get a soft glow effect behind your monitor like Felix has done here, then you need to hook up a set of LED strips to the back of the monitor. This way you can combine both of your LED strips and create a very nice glow effect of 2 different colors. Below the monitors we have the Corsair K30 keyboard and a Cartz RAT-3 mouse on top of the Corsair extended mousepad, and on the other side we have a 13-inch MacBook Pro Retina and a pretty cool charging dock in the back. Between both setups we have a little stand for the Asus Strix gaming headphones, and Felix actually custom painted the orange wings to white to better match his setup. But look at the cute little snow here. Too bad he died. Just kidding you guys, relax. Speaking of headsets, he also has a Razer Kraken Pro hanging next to his PC, which is rocking an i7 4790K, overclocked to 4.4 and an MSI R9 270X. Cable management on the other hand looks pretty good. I love the fact that you drilled a hole in your desk to route the keyboard and mouse wire through, and it seems like most of the stuff is hooked up on that power strip, which is also attached on the roof of the desk. Very clean and organized setup, no doubt. I have nothing to recommend. Thank you Felix for entering. At number 3, we have Gregory with another interesting setup. We have a 24-inch BenQ monitor on the left hooked up to another 34-inch LG ultrawide. On the homemade desk, we have the Razer Deathstalker, the Death Adder, and the Logitech MX Master for his Mac setup. We also have a pair of Corsair SP2500 gaming speakers and a Blue Yeti mic off to the left side next to his PC, which by the way is rocking a 4770K and an EVGA GTX 770. Excellent work with cable management. All the wires are off the ground and they are neatly routed across the roof of the desk and into a power strip. No complaints here. I did however notice that you have a few remotes laying around, and I would suggest a drawer that you can install under your desk to store miscellaneous items like that if there's space under there. Also, the mic seems to be a bit far from your monitors. A simple fix to this is to pick up a Rode boom arm and hook it up to the desk behind your monitors. Now, if you don't want to hook them up to your desk, you can actually attach it to the monitor arm instead, like a few people have done on Setup Wars. Not only will this look a lot cleaner since it's technically not touching the table, but you will also have a much easier access to it for recording audio. I also like the portrait paintings on the wall. That definitely adds some personality to your setup, but thank you so much, Gregory, for entering. Next up is Jonathan with a massive 43-inch Vizio 4K TV sitting on top of another homemade desk with some acoustic foams in the back. On the desk we have the ASIO Prism keyboard, Logitech G502 mouse, and a Rode NT1 mic hooked up to the newer boom arm. There's definitely a lot going on here. There's the Halo 5 Collector's Edition items off to the left side, a Halo 5 Metal Earth Gundam model which I'm sure took you a long ass time to put together, and finally we have a pretty cool R2-D2 replica underneath the desk. This thing actually looks pretty legit. I wonder if it does anything. On the right side, we have an MSI Prestige gaming laptop sitting on top of the Xbox One, and finally a set of 4 Harman Kardon surround sound speakers positioned around the setup. Cable management looks pretty clean from what I can see. One cable is routed alongside the floor and the rest are routed against the roof of the desk and down to the PC, which by the way has a 3770K and a GTX 750 Ti. Also props on modding a side panel for one of the legs on the desk. I guess since you technically have a side panel, you don't really need a side panel on the actual case itself. I mean, it's not the cleanest job I've ever seen, but it's not bad either. A pretty dope setup overall. Thank you, John, for entering. Finishing up the episode, we have Josh and his very minimalistic setup. A single 29-inch LG monitor and a Razer Black Widow keyboard with a Ricoo mouse. Other than that, we have a phone stand holding up the iPhone, a fake Ikea plant, and one badass looking Walter White ready to kick some ass. But what is that in his hand? Is that meth? So you guys might be wondering, where is the PC? Well, Josh decided to occupy an entire cabinet just for his PC. Seriously, there's like nothing else in there. The specs he has in there, however, is the 5820K processor, 16 gigs of Dominator Platinums, and an MSI GTX 970. The wall definitely needs some cleaning, but cable management does seem very organized. We have a Signum up top and a bunch of zip ties keeping the wires together. Also a +1 adding the USB hub under the table as well. I would recommend a cable box for your dresser just to hide the wireless routers and power strip, but I'm sure you don't care since none of that is visible anyways when the door is shut. That's pretty much it though. There doesn't seem to be a consistent color scheme going on here, but overall a very clean and straightforward setup. Well, aside from that dirty wall. Thank you, Josh, for entering. So that will do for this episode of Setup Wars. You guys know what to do. Drop your comments down below and vote on who you think has the best desk setup. As always, I will announce the winner on my Twitter and Instagram accounts, so make sure you're following me there. I will announce the winners on Sunday. So basically, if you guys enjoy Setup Wars, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to leave a reasonable there down below. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support, honestly, and I'll see you in the next video.